April 18, 2002. James Holloway disappeared from his remote cabin in the Alaskan wilderness. A retired park ranger, James had chosen solitude after years of working deep in the backcountry, settling in a small, self-built cabin miles from the nearest road. He had lived there for nearly a decade without incident, accustomed to the harsh winters, the isolation, and the ever-present howls of wolves in the distance. But something changed in the final weeks before he vanished. His last few entries in a worn leather journal, found beside his untouched dinner plate, spoke of unease. "Something's wrong," he wrote on April 10th. "Tracks outside. Huge. Not a bear, not a moose. They circle the cabin and vanish into the trees. The dogs won't stop whining. They won't leave the porch." April 12th. Heard it last night. Low, almost human, but not. Too deep, it was right outside my window. April 15th. No more tracks, but something's been moving the sled. I locked it down, but this morning it was on its side. The dogs refused to go near the tree line. I don't think I'm alone out here. That was the final entry. A bush pilot, who regularly dropped off supplies, arrived on April 18th to find the cabin door ajar, the inside undisturbed except for James's rifle, still loaded and leaning by the doorway. His coat was on its hook, boots by the bed. His pack, usually by the door in case of emergencies, was missing. Outside, the fresh snow was pristine. No footprints leading away, nothing to suggest where he had gone. The strangest discovery was the sled dogs. They were found still chained to the porch, alive but trembling, their eyes wide with a kind of fear no one could explain. They had chewed through their harnesses in their desperation to escape, but they hadn't run. They had simply huddled together, staring out toward the trees. Search teams combed the surrounding wilderness, but no sign of James was ever found. No clothing, no supplies, no tracks, just a vast emptiness where a man should have been. The only clue was the tree line itself. Just beyond the edge of the forest, towering spruce trees bore long, vertical gashes, as if something massive had scraped against them. The cuts were impossibly high, far beyond the reach of any bear or known animal. To this day, bush pilots passing over the area report strange disturbances in the snow near where the cabin once stood, as if something heavy moves through the trees, always just out of sight. And those who listen carefully on still winter nights claim they can hear it, the same deep, unnatural sound James described echoing through the frozen silence.